Hey guys, this is Comic Uno, and today I'm doing a review for Teen Wolf Season 3B, Episode 14, and this is called More Bad Than Good. So let's talk about this episode. So we have an introduction of a new type of supernatural creature, which we've been getting a lot with the Teen Wolf, especially towards the later seasons. We've been getting to see more supernatural creatures that I would say regular supernatural fans don't know about, like Kanamas and this coyote creature, going into all these different mythologies, which I love about Teen Wolf, and I haven't seen any other supernatural show doing. You know, a lot of other supernatural shows just like werewolf vampires, that's all that exists. But then, you know, this show is going into all these different creatures, and right now it's going into more of a Chinese influenced folklore, which I love. I love Japanese and Chinese, I would say, culture, so it's really interesting to see these type of mythologies in this episode and hopefully the rest of the season. So in this episode we get to see Derek and Peter. This is how it starts out. They're still captured from what last episode we had a cliffhanger that they were captured. Still captured. We don't really find out who's capturing them. They seem like totally new characters. But they captured them. Hopefully, as the season goes on, we find out exactly why they're captured. And Peter loses a finger, so hopefully he can grow that back. I don't know if werewolves can, but hopefully he could heal from that. But there's also a lot of comedy with Peter, which I love about Peter, so that was a pretty good scene. Then we get into school life. We get to see the new girl, which I still have to learn her name. I think it's Kira. I think so. She likes Scott, you know, and I love that. There's a lot of great moments where the father's like, oh, here's these notes that you want to give to the boy you liked, and Scott's standing right there, just like, thanks, Dad. So there's a lot of great moments with Kara, and you know, a lot of times with these new characters that are introduced in these type of shows, you're like, I don't like them, they're not my old characters, but Kira's a very likable character, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how she interacts with all the other Teen Wolf characters, and how she's gonna be sucked into this world like every other Teen Wolf character. They're always sucked into the supernatural world, and they wouldn't introduce her if she wasn't gonna be sucked in. And I actually don't mind her as a love interest. You know, a lot of times where there's an established romance like Allison and Scott, who started the show, I actually like Allison with Isaac, and I like Scott with Kira, at least for now. I actually really like those relationships, and it's weird to say that because Allison and Scott were the characters that started the show, so the romance that started the show. So it's weird to say that, but I do like the directions where the romances are going. So looking forward to seeing more with Kara. If that's her name, I'm pretty sure it is. And then, of course, the main story we have is the Coyote Girl. So we find out exactly who this Coyote Girl is. It's still the person we all figured was the daughter of the person that should have died like 8 years ago in a car accident, Styles' father's first case. So in the end, we get to see Scott overcomes his werewolf fear to becoming a werewolf. Styles even gets to read something in the end, so people are getting, you know, and Allison also gets over her aunt a little, stops shaking with the gun, and they're kind of getting over their darkness. I'm sure it's going to come back, but at least they're starting to get over it. And Scott is able to go all alpha and control the coyote to become normal again. And that's how the episode ends, and then we got some fireflies going on in that tree trunk, so I don't know exactly what that means, but that should definitely be interesting, seeing more about that. But I like this episode a lot. We get to see some good character interactions, some characters we haven't seen have a little spotlight in the season so far. Lydia got our screen time. I still want to see more Banshee from Lydia, learn a little bit more about the Banshee-ness, but love what they're doing with Styles and Lydia and having them have more of a connection. But yeah, I'm sure as the season goes on, we'll see more of Banshee stuff. Usually that's towards the middle of the season anyways. We learn more about Lydia. Like every season's, last season it was more Banshee stuff in the middle. Season 2 is more of her, remember that party episode with Peter and her going crazy. So usually they give us little seeds, and then towards the middle of the episode we learn a little bit more about Lydia. But yeah, we get to see Lydia, we get to see the twins, which is great. Love seeing the twins back. I love those characters. Again, Teen Wolf is so great at introducing new characters and making you love them. Isaac got his got made fun of by Styles about his scarf, which I thought was awesome because it's like an inside joke about the Teen Wolf fandom. Because Isaac always wears scarves, so I love that. You know, some great jokes here as always. Teen Wolf made me laugh. made me cry, but it had some good story moments, and I'm actually really looking forward to finding out how the Coyote, the girl, will interact with the rest of the Teen Wolf characters. Will she interact with the rest? I'm surprised she even learned how to still talk, since she hasn't talked in like 8 years. I'm really looking forward to see where her character goes. Will she be like the sheltered girl because she hasn't really interacted with people? Will we even see her after this? Probably. I don't think they would last 2 episodes to talk about her if we weren't. Maybe she'll go into the high school. I think that would be very interesting. I'm really intrigued to see where her character goes, because she's the same age as the rest of them, and she could be very interesting. This whole Coyote story in general is very interesting, because they're not werewolves. What are they? And I want to see this character grow. Again, Teen Wolf is great at doing that, and I think they could do that with this character too, and there's a lot of possibilities with her character. Again, being sheltered, being a wolf for 8 years, losing her parents, killing her parents. There's a lot of possibility for that character, so looking totally forward to that. I would say the beginning of the episode was a little bit on the slower side, but once we got to the end, there's just so many seeds that were planted towards the end of this episode that just made a really fun episode. And I'm looking forward to seeing where the season goes. You know, again, a lot of seeds were planted in this episode, and I am looking forward to the rest of it. So now I'm going to watch Wolf Watch, and hopefully you guys enjoyed Comic Uno Werewolf Monday. Tell me if you like it. I thought it was a good idea, since I really am watching all werewolf shows on Mondays. 3 werewolf shows. And technically, I guess Beauty and the Beast, because I taped that episode. I watch it on occasion, so I guess technically that's a werewolf show I watch too, even though it's like a beast show, which is just okay, that I watch on occasion, but whatever. But yeah, tell me in the comments below what you thought in this Comic Uno, and guys, don't forget to follow me on Twitter for Comic Uno and the Rent Situations, and don't forget to like my Facebook page, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.